Hmm. Alright, let's see. Hades, what do we got left to do?
I'm back, Rome. Did you miss me?
Nope, there's only like 4 more achievements. I need to meet up with that bitch. Okay. Looks like I already got everything ready, so. Yeah.
Ready as I'll ever be.
What's up? You said wait.
Do not stray far again into the pits of Tartarus, or become lost like all its residents. Content yourself to look upon it from afar.
How about I take a closer look?
Yeah, we've only beaten the tutorial area for you.
Your father and that sweet Persephone, they were together down there all along. I was so certain that your father's heart was gold. That's just the thing with love, dearest, that sometimes it surprises even me.
Forgot to hit the button I was supposed to, but I'm sure this is still gonna be fine. Oh, of course, I upgrade that just in time for it to be the wrong thing to do.
There. How many now?
Why aren't you still doing a playthrough with somebody?
Come and get it.
Oh, what did they do to make Brawl bad?
Olympus falls.
Your dear mother Persephone is a shrewd woman, Zagreus. More than an equal to your mighty father. I'm pleased to know you've made amends with her and taken new responsibilities within your house. Now,
All right, Lord Zeus. What's for sale? Delicious. No getting out without a drink. For safekeeping.
That sounds like it sucks.
You and me, sneak. You found me, Artemis.
To say I had a pretty decent time with everybody at our little visit recently. Met you, Uncle Hades, even Great Achilles. Still don't quite appreciate you tricking us, but I can get over it eventually. Anyway, you still could use assistance from me, right?
I'll make every strike count.
There's a lot of good stuff in Celeste. Have you seen the B and C sides, my dude? Those can take a lot of hours to beat. I wouldn't say that until you try it, my dude.
Yeah, might as well.
Stop him, Regis. Enough.
Good enough.
Well, if a game only has 10 levels, but those 10 levels are really long and difficult, that's a lot of content.
More darkness. Time to fish.
They are.
Now. Got me a knucklehead.
Well, it is your choice to deprive yourself of a great experience just because you feel like it wouldn't actually be long enough, even if it feels long enough. Which is a weird oxymoron I do not understand the difference of. Well, you see, the meal isn't very good because there's not a lot to it, so it's not very filling. I know it feels very filling, and it tastes very filling, but it's not very filling because there's not a lot there, so it's actually bad. What?
It has its perks.
How about a little contest, boy?
Okay, that made sense.
Yes.
Took a while, but we got there. Ah, there is plenty of content in Hat in Time. Have you seen the Death Wish stuff? It adds like 50 additional missions and boss refights.
Let's go, Aegis. Hope I didn't keep you waiting, ladies.
There you are. I've got a lot to be thankful for, you know, Redblood. Your
Well, if you're looking for thousands of hours of gameplay, then you're looking at very expensive game, and I know you're not looking for very expensive game.
Perish the thought, Alecto. What would you have done with yourself if not for all our fated encounters?
I don't know. I mean, before we met, I've laid all sorts of other trash down.
But are not repetitive as well. Ugh.
Waiting because of you.
Because normally I'd recommend you a roguelike in that kind of situation. But if doing the same thing over and over again ain't your speed, well then roguelike is not going to help you. Ooh, Nine Souls I hear is good. It's like Hollow Knight, and I hear you like that game. Oh, do not try any of the new Plants vs. Zombies. They are terrible. Yeah, the mobile game one, you can't choose your plants anymore. And they all come back on timers and there's no sun. It's like the Clash of Clans system where you get up to like 6 energy and then you get to spend it. They fucking changed the entire formula. It is trash. And they've changed the formula for the third game like a billion times. The second game is okay, but the DLC plans are just better than everything else, and it's based off microtransactions. So that's a hell no from me.
Try another one, maybe. Might help.
That one's good. Having played Slay the Spire myself for quite a while, it's a good game. And with the mods, you can get a whole bunch of characters, which are fun.
How bad could it be?
Who dares? Every time.
Now to collect.
What bird? Never heard of it, but sounds kinda neat.
Get on.
I got you. Want to stand back and watch me work here, Zag? Come, riches, and be returned to dust.
Or I'll slay you instead if you prefer. Life is short.
Don't Starve's pretty neat.
Come on out. Rest in peace. Who dies next?
Get the...
Simple.
game stuff.
There we go.
You're clear of them for now.
All of the love and beauty in the world can wait for a season, Zagreus. Remember that when next the goddess Aphrodite makes her promises.
Perks you right up.
Please do not use such a verbiage to describe Slay the Princess. You know me and my proclivities.
You're very kind.
Young man, I don't know why you would do this to me, though I trust you're going to think twice next time.
Had to do it. Let's give him a show then.
Well, people do it. Get the cheese and bacon sandwich back here, Dykenvold. Jesus.
All is forgiven and forgotten, Zagreus. What were we even going on about back there?
The might of the heavens.
Glad trying to kill me is nothing but a minor inconvenience, easily forgotten. That's nice.
Barge of death, you're here.
Oh wait, no it's not.
Back to dust. Grandmother Demeter.
Sir.
That's cold. Set. Let's see. I'll take it.
Sir, I'll take one of these. Figure it out.
Should be useful. Let me have it.
You still get to go there after this, so this is basically free.
The charms of Goddess Aphrodite are upon you unmistakably. Although I shall be curious to see if her command over one's sense of love shall have any effect beneath the earth.
Sir.
Chaos guide me.
Though unfortunately that is going to affect my interest, so.
Another message for you, cuz. This one says, "Hey mate, if you ever do make it up here on this mountaintop for whatever reason, we should hang out, alright? I can show you around. Your friend, Hermes."
Neat.
Stopped anybody from attempting to leave Asphodel of late, Bernie? Sisyphus! And here.
What? Yeah, maybe. go.
Which one?
Let's see. Yes. I just hope those aren't wasted on
Got it.
the tiny bullets. That would be annoying. Let's see. Got enough of that, so. That went surprisingly well.
My boon from chaos has transformed. There it is. Hello, mates.
Need to go and see them again, but I need to go and talk to this idiot.
And all for what? Such a waste, all for your foolish pride, that you should care more to be remembered by those you shall never know than to be loved.
He's never going to return to me, is he? He's in your father's service now. He's never getting out. Neither are you.
No, that's not acceptable to me. None of it.
How bold. So what do you intend to do? You're leaving anyway.
I'll figure something out. But you do something for me in the meantime. Don't give in to what you're feeling now, alright? Achilles loves you still. Like you don't know.
I'm past the point of making promises, but thank you for your words. I love him still, in turn. I pray the fates help you in your endeavors there. So be it.
Oh, hello.
There. Let's do this.
Let us battle now before you face the champion himself.
Like 6 a.m. Of course, spawning stuff in the middle of the arena. Get him stuck on it. What is up? No.
Well fought, Asterius.
Why?
My lady Aphrodite, once more you've graced me with your presence and your favor, which inspire the best from me. Let this modest gift of ambrosia signify I am forever in your debt.
Nah. I just get up and start doing stuff. Usually hopping on, uploading something, doing a run that I then upload, doing one of the challenge thingies that we're up to, doing my own fun thing, trying to get through the Elden Ring DLC, or trying to do Tales of Berseria. I got a bunch of stuff to do. And it never feels like I have enough time.
In the name of Hades.
That does not belong to you. Why do I pay these wretches?
There.
How goes it, Zagreus?
That's not bad.
That ought to keep me going for a bit.
Sir, if the recording gets messed up, so be it, but I'm gonna stream this for a bit. Should be fine.
Let us destroy him quickly, King. Or perhaps slowly.
By my honor and the gods, you shall soon be destroyed.
What do you say? Why is the dialogue corny? Because we fought these guys like 80 times, and they're kind of idiots. Did I just beat that without getting hit? My goodness. That may be a first for me. Let me see. Yeah, that still says 4, so I believe I just didn't get hit. Goddamn.
We got them, my good Shade.
Alright. Now we are on Extreme Measures 4, so the boss is going to be buffed to hell. Ugh. What are we going to do about it? We're going to equip an extra revive in case we need it. Ooh, extra max HP, I'll take that.
One more stop. Cheers.
So we gotta go through some tunnels, one of which will randomly have a Satyr sack, which we can then give to Cerberus to let us pass and fight the final boss of the game.
Pleasure doing business.
That's not gonna help.
Let's see what else.
That's good enough.
I see.
Yeah, that's good. I just have to spam it. This is annoying, but doable. Go ahead and do this, since I want the item, and I want to get it done before being healed at the end of this.
Blasted giant bother has come back. Lady Artemis.
There we go.
What else we got?
Sir.
The might of the Huntress.
I'd usually go for, but it'll do.
Hello.
So if you're wondering why this build is so overpowered, it's because I am using a weapon that literally makes me take, what is it, 20% more damage? Just for using. And in return, it's pretty damn overpowered. Yeah, I mean, nothing really ever gets to hit me. I'll show you at the end of the run because I am on a... actually, no, I don't have any of the timer stuff set up, so... I can actually just show you my build right now. So our attack is 40% stronger and inflicts a debuff. When the opponent has 2 debuffs, then they take 40% increased damage. So this plus my lightning dash plus lightning making foes jolted and take 86 damage is a good combo. Then you've got jolted duration being increased from 1 attack to 10 seconds, so every time they try and hit me, they'll take 86 damage. This dealing 110 damage when I use my my ultimate, which goes up by a rate of 5% a second. So that's pretty good. Pressure points for critical damage. When I hit enemies 10 times, then they take 90 damage and clears the effect. My attack deals an additional 49% damage because of a thing I did with Chaos. Bull Rush charges up faster. I also have, after your special hits, your next 2 attacks deal 80% damage. So my special is my sealed throw. So after my sealed throw, my next 2 smashes deal additional damage. Let's see. I've got, after you cast or do basically any attack. Send an arrow for 14 damage, reduce damage taken. When enemies are chilled, then they take 30 damage over time if all enemies are chilled, which will happen against the boss fight. And then Nagling Board. You have the effect, but take 10% increased damage, my bad. And Dragon Rust, bonus damage and area. So normally you would right-click to throw a projectile ahead of you. Instead it goes into my shield and then explodes. And I have Aphrodite's, which normally is a small shotgun blast, but for this, just does big fucking damage. And inflicts weak, which also makes the enemies take increased damage in case they don't have everything else going on.
In the name of Hades.
You haven't seen the final boss, bitch. You'll reconsider that.
Should I go find some satyrs to get out of here?
When you turn on nothing but boss increases, yes, that is the case. Because I'm on Heat 10, which normally you would get there by making enemies take 15% less damage, have a one-hit shield. Elites have a special effect attached to them. Enemies attack and move 20% faster. All that's it. Or you can make the final boss harder. I made the final boss harder. So... I'm fucked.
Cerberus moves for no one, but for Satyr-Sax, he can make an exception.
I would not be surprised if I die minimum 3 times here.
Thanks, boy.
The final boss does between 40 and 80 damage a hit. So my 300 HP means jack shit.
This is it.
You've slipped by Cerberus again, I see. Then draw your weapon, boy. She'll go easy on you, boy.
It would be odd of you to start right now.
You know, I think you're right.
Why, thanks.
Darkness.
Ow. Ow.
Let's finish this then.
Enough. I have something for you. Hades himself. Your handiwork, I take it, brother Zeus. Fight me for real, Daniel.
Okay.
Darkness.
Yeah, it's called Hades.
Blood in the darkness.
There.
You owe this victory to all your relatives. Again,
For the record, that final phase is not present in the original fight.
In the name of Hades.
That's a tough-ass fight. And if you're not using the shield, I swear it is nigh impossible. I don't care. Because when you block his stupid skulls, then they don't drop on the ground and then later do a shockwave. If you deflect them, if you do anything else, then they still land on the ground. But if you block them with the shield, then they don't. Which means you don't have to deal with having a whole bunch of BS enemies on screen. So yay, we win. Woo. Now we get to go and see what everybody has to say back at home. Yay.
Somehow defeated Grim Lord Hades in a thrilling fight. Prince Zagreus discovers it was all a dream. A rather deadly nightmare, actually.
The narrator has run out of ways to say, you die, go back home, at the end of the game. It's honestly rather funny. I'd say he's like one of the best narrators, but behind the Darkest Dungeon narrator.
Welcome to the House of Hades, where death is our life.
I have not, but I know what it is, and I've seen all the different endings and stuff, because people thought it was interesting.
I'm sorry I raised my voice with you last time, Fan. I know Nyx put so much into this place and has nurtured so many of us here.
Yeah, all of them. All the crazy whack job things.
It's not me you should be apologizing to, Zag. Although, with Mother Nyx, sometimes it's best to leave her be.
Yeah, there's some real existentialism in that game.
To suggest you should abandon your friend.
Thanks. Achilles, now that I have access to the administrative area again, I've access to the archives, and I have some authority to avoid those under certain circumstances. So about your pact.
I know you mean
Yeah.
well, and from the bottom of my heart, where once it was, I thank you truly for the thought. However, don't exert your influence on this. Not now, at least. The fates can twist intentions. I don't want to take the risk.
You're sure? Well then, I'll wait. But I am going to ask you again. We have to find a way to fix this. Patroclus is waiting. Father, how are you doing without Mother around? Will she be alright on Olympus?
Clearly she is more than capable of handling herself. And we here have been well accustomed to not having her about.
So everything's back to normal then? That sounds lovely.
Nothing is normal anymore. Besides, she shall return. Knowing that she shall return, is that not sufficient for you? Be patient for once.
Glad you're handling it fine.
Let's see. Sir.
Let's go with this. Perhaps my chambers will look even better with these blades ominously displayed on either side.
Those blades don't even work. No wonder you prefer them so.
Let's do it. This should instill a sense of fear in anyone approaching my bedchambers.
What you do with your wretched bedchambers is your business alone.
I have to ask you something, Orpheus. It seems like everything has been alright for you, except you don't look very happy to me, mate. Is everything alright? Between you and Eurydice, I mean.
Oh, but your concern is much appreciated, friend. I feel I am in an everlasting bliss. It simply does not show upon my countenance. Perhaps through song is how I best express myself.
You're doing wonderfully at it, mate.
Nah, I won't make that trade.
And then all 7 of those wretches tried cutting to the front of the procession line. Can you believe the nerve? As though they'd get an audience that way.
What a bunch of dummies! What were they even thinking, cutting the line? I mean, in front of you?
Let's just say if they still have any complaints for our Lord Hades, they'll be waiting for a long, long time before they get the chance to bring them up.
Ladies' night, I guess. Or day. I don't know. Trigger these horrid things.
Meg?
Alright then.
Who were you asking about?
You did?
Well, whether Hades is good or bad is, kind of a vague question. I mean, he makes sure that every single person who has ever died is taken care of in the underworld, so that's like a relatively good thing. He treats his wife pretty nice, and unlike most of Olympus, doesn't go around kidnapping random people.
It's glorious.
A majestic gilded edifice of Mount Olympus.
So yeah, Hades is actually one of the nicer guys in Greek mythology.
Shines forever brightly, even in the dim light of the House of Hades, as a parting gift from the Lord Master's kin.
The handiwork of Lord Hephaestus himself. Sounds like he's been rather busy. A little slice of Olympus.
Hooray. I suppose I can do an extension and lets you see just how fucking stupid and challenging this game can get, so why not? Pact of Punishment, we need to get this up to 32 to earn a random useless trophy of this idiot. So, to get this up to 32, we will not be fighting the superior version of the final boss. We don't want this at all. So, I would say tight deadline 1 is okay. Fewer choices when getting boons, I don't want, so I'll go with enemies. Having 2 sealed. Routine inspection, I'm okay with that being active, because that makes some of the mirror stuff not work. Magma's fine. Purging a boon, I would despise. Middle management, fine. Benefits package, annoying but probably mandatory to get up there. Higher life total on enemies, annoying but manageable. More enemies, convenience fee is fine to max out. And all of that stuff, and then we'll figure out. We can do that, we can do that, we can do... we need 3 more. Hate doing that, but fine. And then... I don't want any more of that, because I do want to be able to heal and be alive. So I guess this just buffs standard encounters, so I'm fine with that. So now, enemies! Deal 20% more damage than they did last run. I will heal 25% less than I did last run. Things will be 80% more expensive than they were last run. There will be 40% more enemies in every single room than compared to last run. 3 of the bosses will be buffed, not the final boss. All enemies, including bosses, will have 15% increased life. The 20% damage also applies to bosses. Enemies that have armor will have additional perks, making them very dangerous. Middle management, each mini-boss has 1 armored foe or some random problem involved. I have to get rid of a upgrade every time I go to a new area. Traps deal 400% increased damage to me and enemies. Some of my abilities from the Mirror of Night will be turned off. Each enemy gets 2 hits where they just don't take damage. There's the approval process, which means I have less options to choose from when it comes to boons. So instead of being given a list of 3, I will be given a list of 2, and I have to beat each floor in 7 minutes.
What do you need there, pal?
To get all of that done, I am going to probably use the bow. Or... do I go with the stupid spear? I suppose so. There. With this attack heals me. It's not the best. It heals 1 HP per hit. But given the circumstances, it could be pretty good. Fine.